Welcome everyone to my Love Shelf Sitter. Today we're going to put a beautiful display or design on this canvas wrap 5x7 canvas because it's got a little thicker side, so when you finish your project you'll be able to stand it up anywhere. And here's my favorite stencil. Love that stencil. And a little sample tee. The paint we're using is pink and yellow. You can use any color you like. So we're going to paint the front of the canvas and the sides of the canvas as well. And that pretty yellow. You gotta love yellow. And then pink on the back. We're going to cover this canvas from top to bottom, inside out, and make it really pretty. So I love that pink, don't you? You can't go wrong with pink. And then we have some egg carton, and just pull a piece of that egg carton away from the base and start cutting around and make those edges really nice. And we're going to make some flowers. I already have some done. Look at that. Those pretty little yellow flowers. And we're going to use those in the back. But we'll wait and we'll do that in a bit. So take your scissors and cut down the side, making some little petals, and we're pressing them out quite nicely and flat. I love the egg carton. You can really mold it really lovely. So now we're going to take our favorite stencil and line it up and use this spray paint. People, spray paint. You can use it inside. It has hardly any smell. It doesn't bother you. And look at that. Just lift it away gently and voila! There's your design. Take your tracer and our black Sharpie, and we're going to go around the outside of that heart tracer. And I mean, what would we do without Sharpies? It is our whole world as an artist, isn't it? And there's so many different types. I love them. This is just a regular Sharpie. And we're following along that heart outline like that. Now you could tape that tracer down if you're not really comfortable with holding it there with your little fingers, and just continue on and trace around it, and I think that is it. Very good, Sheila. And then usually I take a wider Sharpie and I go around it, or a marker. That one isn't a Sharpie, it's just another marker I had, and go around the outline, make it a little bit more distinct and heavy, so it'll really pop that outline around. Lovely. Now we're going to go back to the flowers with our Mod Podge, and we're going to use our little sequins, and they do have a sticky thing on the back, but I'm going to add that Mod Podge so they'll stay in that flower quite nicely. Press it down and then mold those petals back a little bit. Just press them back a little bit. Oh, we got to cut that petal down a little bit more. Yes, do that, and then we'll have those ready for the next step. And that's why I love egg carton. And then put the little sequins in the center. Lots of glue. Don't be shy with the glue and the glitter. So we're back to the front, and we're going to use a red marker. You can use any marker you like. You can use an Oahu marker. I use those a lot in my coloring books. Look, there's always a hair on the canvas. Jeez. But this, I'm using my Sharpie, my red Sharpie, and it's like a paintbrush. I really like the way it moves so easily. It really is. It's just like a little paintbrush and paint coming out the end. And it's a little different from a regular marker, and in that fact that it's like paint. So you start tracing around the outside of the heart, all those little sections that are pink on my canvas. You go around the outside. Just take your time and make sure you don't go inside that heart. I've done that. And I thought, oh my goodness, why did just be careful and be mindful that you're not going inside any part of the heart. So stay on that outside and trace around those little pink sections, And it's going to look really quite pretty. It's looking pretty already, I think. And you got to love pretty. So we're up here and we're continuing to trace around all those little parts. And at the top, and oh, let's move those flowers out of the way. And I think we're going to, yes, here we are. We're going to keep tracing around those pretty little sections. And it's going to pop those sections right out, isn't it? Look at that. The red makes a lovely contrast on the pink and the yellow. And then I've used my extra canvas to the right there to support my arms so I didn't get all squiggly wiggly and make a mistake. But, you know, when you make a mistake with paint, you can always go back and start over. That's the beauty of painting. There's no mistakes. Just happy. What's Bob Ross call it? Happy little accidents. That's right. Yes, that's right. You know, I never watched him growing up. Had no idea who he was until 50 years or so later. Anyway, so finish that outside the heart. Stay outside. Now we're going inside the heart with our black Sharpie, just the regular Sharpie. No, it's not the paintbrush Sharpie, a regular Sharpie. Or if you have a special black marker you like, so use that as well. I don't think I'd use paint here because it might end up being too blobby, and it would take a lot of time to go around all those tiny little sections with paint and a brush. So that's why I love Sharpies or markers. Beautiful. So now we're inside the heart. And we're going around those little sections. We're popping them right out. And it's looking beautiful already. I like that. Now we're going to fill in those yellow sections on the inside of the heart. And I'm using the brush red Sharpie. Look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. It's really going to make it rich looking, isn't it? It's really, really, I like it. So we're finished. Just fill in those yellow sections and go around the sections. We want that little black mark to stand out as well. So don't cover that up. But I mean, if you do, that's fine. It's okay. So keep working at the inside of the heart with that red marker. Now I've chosen pink and yellow, but you can make yours any color you would like. You might have a favorite shade. And I love that little extra canvas I have on the right to support my arm. It's really coming in handy right now. So fill that in, all that yellow part. Yes, that is looking really rich and vibrant, isn't it? Oh my goodness, it's pretty. Can't wait to put that on the shelf. So we're almost finished the front canvas, front part of the canvas. There, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Now we're going to get our hearts, not our hearts, our flowers. And there they are. They're all ready. We did those in a bit earlier. And we're turning our canvas over and putting lots of Mod Podge on the back of that little flower. And put some Mod Podge, excuse me, in the canvas as well. Just sit it inside there. And then we're going to Mod Podge the whole back of that canvas. And look at that. I mean, I forgot to take the top off, and all the sparkle came out in blobs. So anyway, I put the cover back on, and now we're just shaking some extra sparkles. So it'll look beautiful. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and you do a little shelf sitter. Remember to like and subscribe. And I'll be back here again on YouTube. And here I did a little slow motion of the Love Shelf Sitter, and I put it on a little stand, and look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. And here's a little, we've got the white, the spray paint and the markers and the sparkles and the egg carton and the pink and yellow paint. And remember, folks, to be kind and to keep creating. And it's great. Creating is part of who we are. And then that's the front, and here's the back. Look at those little flowers and sparkle. You can't have too much sparkle. And you could even paint the sides of that canvas. So, toodaloo for now.